All right, and welcome back to what we think might be the end of peanut harvest. What I'm going to do right now is I'm going to clean up a few messes. Yesterday someone ended up making a couple of piles, so I'm going to quickly go clean them up. It's already lunch, we've been working a little bit. I meant to kind of film as the day kind of started, but I guess the day kind of got ahead of me as I was trying to hurry service everything, get everything ready. But today looks like we might be finishing harvesting with peanuts. We're working on the last 60 acres right there, they're almost done. We need maybe another 30, I think. And then we gotta move this whole basket right here, we gotta move it down the road a ways. And we got to actually do another 60 acres. And then that's gonna be it for this year. So I hope we can finish. The weather apps, they say the humidity's supposed to go up like crazy towards the evening. But I hope we can finish it before then. I really don't want to come back out here tomorrow and finish the rest. I really would like to finish everything right now. That would be super sweet. But we're all pretty busy right now. We're booking it already. And we're actually very surprised that we were able to start right after lunch. Normally we've had to wait till like 3 or 4 o'clock before we finally could start harvesting. And now we were actually able to start quite early. So that was a very nice change of pace. I think I see the pile right over there. But after this one, I think there's one more pile on that end of the field that I made last night. Had a couple of rocks go into my peanut elevator, kind of clogged it a little bit. Not too bad, but nonetheless, it's another pile to clean up. Not the worst pile, it's a tiny little one. Sadly, the pile that I made is slightly larger. Yeah, rocks in your peanut elevator will do that to you. But I got it cleaned up. So yesterday we started at about 3 o'clock and ended about, what was it, 2 o'clock in the middle of the night. So almost a 12-hour, not a 12-hour work day, but 12-hour harvest day, I guess, where we actually harvested. And we were able to finish about 160 acres. So with not even having about 100 acres left today and starting at 1 o'clock, I hope we'll be able to finish around 10 to 12 for sure. I think the humidity is supposed to start going up at around 10 o'clock, but we'll see what will happen. There's a huge cold front coming and we're finally getting some really cold weather. Today it's a little bit windy outside, not too bad, but it's pretty chilly. We're finally down to those 50s. I think today morning it was at like 45, give or take, something like that. Not freezing yet, but I believe this next night is supposed to be the first hard freeze this year. And we're almost halfway through November, which is a little bit ridiculous. Which, that's about normal. But I think we'll be able to finish. The only thing that's going to really set us back today is just moving the basket to the next field and then setting that up. That's usually a little bit time consuming, but having an extra guy here today, we should knock it out pretty quick. And I just dumped those peanuts into the buggy really quick. No, I did not dump the shovel in there. That would have been bad. I'm just gonna park this tractor right here behind the basket because it's not gonna take long and I'm gonna hook onto it anyway. Pretty dusty. That second truck just got loaded. Another one just barely showed up. Gonna fill up this one. Then there's two more trucks on the way. I ordered 2 more right away. Hoping to empty out this basket here so we can for sure move as soon as possible. Combines have moved out of here. Now I just gotta wait for the last 2 trucks. I'll easily be able to fill this on a 2 truck loads. I do have to keep it separate though, just because this is a different farm number than that one over there. I have to keep the peanuts separate, or else we would dump some of it onto buggies, bring it over there, set up the basket, dump it back in the basket, and then from there back in the semis. But can't do that. I have to keep these peanuts here and those peanuts over there, or else I would, you know, mix them back and forth. But this should easily be able to fit onto 2 trucks. It'll be, I don't know, from what I'm telling, it's about a truck and a half, maybe a truck and 3/4. But the combine drivers, they're gonna go over there to that field. They're gonna start threshing already. They're gonna thresh till they have everything full. Once they have everything full, then they'll come back over here and help us move the rest of this out of here. We're gonna have to shovel lots of peanuts to clean it out. We harvested a little bit of dirt, so there's, can't tell on camera, but the pile there, that's like, there's a lot of dirt in there. So Ben's gonna need some cleaning out like usual. And I see a 3rd truck, or the next truck right over there. So right on time. The last truck, now just to clean out the bin. And that truck is gone, bin is empty. Hey, my little brother is gonna pick up the rest of the guys while I'm gonna be here, hook up the basket. I'll move the basket out of the way and we'll start unhooking everything else and making our way to move to the next field. For electricity, we just always connect to a panel box from one of our wells. So this is where we get water from. So then we have electricity here, so we just connect it straight into there. So I just barely disconnected it. Now I just gotta clean up this wire, and then I gotta wait for a couple of guys to help move that conveyor out of the way. But other than that, then we're pretty much ready to go. Well, we're all set up at the next field. We haven't even been at this field for more than 30 minutes. And there are already 3 piles for me to clean up. So luckily my brother is here. We're gonna go clean up some piles. This shouldn't take long. One thing, I'm really glad that we were actually able to move in daylight, because I do not like moving that basket and all that equipment at night. It's much easier and faster during daylight. First truck gone from the new field. It's getting extremely cold. We're getting down to that 47. Loading up the 3rd truck of this field, which this field's actually yielding pretty good. I'm actually kind of surprised. But there's a 4th truck on its way. And I believe this truck driver right here, he's gonna come back for another load. So then that'll be 5 of them already, so not half bad. Moving along, I think they got about 15 to 20 acres left, and I think we're just gonna push until it's done, regardless of what it's looking like behind the combine. So I think today is gonna be the final day of harvest. And to think, this pile right here, that's all the trash from 1 truckload. That's a little bit crazy. There's a lot of LSKs in here. There's a bunch of shells, empty peanuts, you name it. But it's all the trash that either they're combine mistakes or just different thrashing conditions or even dirt. There's a lot of dirt in there too. Don't be fooled by the cover. In this case, you do not judge a book by its cover. It's not all shells. There's a lot of dirt underneath there. Whenever you see it coming out there, there's a lot of dirt coming out. In my truck. It's way too cold for this. Oh wait, not 33. It's 37. Close enough. Another truck. And one combine just showed back up here to the bin. Looks like they're done. Looks like they finished those last couple of rounds. And we got almost a basket full in here, so I'm thinking once this truck leaves, we'll have another almost 3 truckloads left in here. So about 7 truckloads on 60 acres. So that's not bad. I'll have to do the math, but I'm thinking it's close to 6,000 pounds per acre. So that's one of the better fields that we've had this year. That's a lot of sand coming out of there. You think it's dusty enough around our bin site? I don't think not enough. But these are the last peanuts of this field. They're not all gonna fit in this truck, but he's gonna come back tomorrow morning, take the last of it. So by tomorrow morning, I guess 2022 peanut harvest will be done and over with. Well, that's it for this night. I guess we'll see y'all tomorrow morning where we'll empty out the rest of this basket, and then we'll most likely get our big air compressor and clean it off a little bit and park it for the year. Yeah, it's definitely been a different kind of year this year. Normally I film more in the combine views, but I guess this year it's similar to last year. I was last year in the air seeder a lot, but it seemed like last year I couldn't keep up with the combines. This year I've been keeping up pretty good, so when I'm not air seeding, I'm running the basket and everything, loading up trucks. So it's a little bit different point of view on harvest. I'm not always in the tractor and the combine or something, but it's all fun nonetheless. And just like that, 2022 peanuts are done and over with. They're out of here. We're done. Now we're just gonna do a little bit of cleaning. It's very dirty, or it is very dirty. A lot of dust everywhere. So we're just gonna give it a good clean because it stays parked outside all year long. So instead of getting packed full of mud, I'm gonna just clean it real good with a nice big air compressor. Clean off the shaker a little bit. That one's pretty dirty too. Maybe clean off the conveyor. I don't know. That one's an ish. That one doesn't really get that as dirty. But we're gonna clean it all up, park it back at the shop. Yeah, 2022 peanuts are done. I'm excited. I love it. So yeah, that's the end of harvest. Cotton harvest might start here, I don't know, maybe in a week or two. We sprayed the cotton once for a bowl opener to open quite a few of the bowls. but we're waiting for like a hard freeze, kind of like what we have right now, just to kind of finish off killing the rest of the cotton, save a little bit of money instead of spraying it twice. Normally you have to spray it twice if you're running a cotton stripper over it, but we're wanting to save a little bit of money, just let the freeze take care of it. We're not in a big hurry to harvest it anyway, just because of the cotton price and everything. It's kind of pointless to harvest it, send it to the gin, and start paying storage fees. So rather just leave it on the field, just harvest it a little bit later. All of our cotton out at our other farm down south, that's already all harvested and done. They're finishing that up. They're going to be hauling cotton from there here for the next couple of months, maybe 2 months, give or take. But yeah, the only thing we have left is just about, what is another 450 acres of cotton, and then the entire harvest is done with. So we're getting close to done, but the peanuts is done. But that's gonna be it for this video. As always, I do appreciate y'all for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.